going to do here today is something that I have already revealed to some of you. We are here for a performance of a social theater play, or a formal theater play, created, interpreted, and devised in Romanian and English by these young students who like to call themselves Aspire2Inspire, and who started some time ago the project which we call Dare to Care. That means Aspire to Inspire and Dare to Care. That means that we are interested in offering examples of attitudes and behaviors that are helpful to society. And the play today is entitled A Shattered Dream. We have as guests Mrs. Nadia Morarashu from the University of Bacau, but today in her quality of President of Europe Direct. Thank you all for coming. And we'll start by simply playing the...
Well, if you allow me to have a short
Mm-hmm.
introduction, I will do that,
Okay.
because I assume that some of you might not know why choosing such a form of presenting in front of you. The European Day of Languages is actually celebrated on the 26th of September, but we thought that there will be a few of you, or if any, just joining us on a Sunday. So that's why it is today that we are having this activity. These young fellows, and I think some fellows of theirs who are not in this rebranded theater group, actually won a contest. It was a foreign theater contest that Europe Direct Bacau had this year, and they were the ones who won with the script and the representation that they had under the coordination of Mrs. Cristina Trunculescu, the first prize in our county contest. We had the chance of having one representation. There were even fewer spectators on that occasion, and we promised that, okay, when the new school year begins, hoping of course that there will be other conditions, we'll have a larger audience. Well, okay, it's true that the audience is larger today, but the conditions unfortunately are the same. The good part is that one of their fellows is not at home, as he was at that moment, because it was some sort of both online and physical.
A hybrid version.
Hybrid version, yes, indeed. So at least today the whole group is here. And for those of you who may not know what's with forum theater, you have to know that this is the representation today comprises 3 parts. The first one involves directly them. It is the play itself. And then we'll have a discussion, a debate, well, not that much, more of a discussion based on what you're going to see. And the fourth part is what is called the forum. That is the part in which you, being stirred, being moved, being maybe even made angry by what you are going to see in terms of story, because there is a story in each play of this kind. So if moved in any way, you have a chance to intervene yourselves and to show that you care. It is our challenge to you today, and not only today, I mean, through this program that you are implementing, is there to care, and this care should be expressed through your voices, through your, actually not only using your voice, but also, stepping out of your comfort zone, and of course, springing from the chair and coming here on stage to take the place of one of the actors, but only for a short sequence, and only where you feel that you could intervene yourself and change the course, change the end of this play. Actually, the end is left kind of open for us to have some room to intervene. The role that I assume today is the one of joker, if Mrs. Funculescu was a facilitator and the one who actually worked together with them to present their story in the best possible light. I play the role of a joker, and I am telling you that it's something very serious. It's not something that involves mocking at anything. No, it's just the opposite. So it's a story that involves some polarities between an oppressor that you are going to identify, an oppressed, and all the others are just allies. They will go to one of the two sides, and you are going to discover who is oppressed and what is the situation of oppression that they are trying to represent, because it is one that is unfortunately very, very common, not only in our country, but for the whole world. And if we do not actually take attitude, things are not going to change. So, now the floor is
Just
yours.
a second. For the younger students who may not know the meaning of the word oppressor and oppressed and oppression, they are synonyms of discrimination, discriminated, and discriminator.
Or abuser, abused. Or if you want the evil versus the good, something like that. So you'll have good guys and bad guys, or girls and boys. But why disclosing more and giving spoilers if they are so good at actually introducing themselves?
See? Told you that Andrew is better than Rebecca at biology. He's always giving the best answers to all the questions. No wonder he got an A. Again. Yeah, the boy's so smart. I mean, he took an A. Just the principal's little girl could take A's. Now, she needs to be satisfied with this. But, however, he's clearly better than Rebecca. And I've got the feeling that even the teacher is starting to realize it. So what if he comes from the countryside? If he really wants to be a doctor? I heard he had straight A's there in the community school. Look at the stupid ones over there. But what are you mumbling about there? You really believe that this loser is better than me?
Come on, Becky, how can you say that? Don't even think about it. Can't you see the wax she's wearing? And what no fashion glasses? A loser!
The pretty ones seems to believe something else.
Just wait until the old man finds out. I mean to beat them? No, I know. A bit of peasant. I mean to beat him penny.
Oh dear, how nice of you, but don't worry, because I have something else ready for him. You'll see how nicely I will come after him.
Yeah, Becky, you're the coolest and most classy in class. What am I saying? In the whole school, in town, in...
I am simply intrigued by your teacher's choice.
Yes, say, he has all the advantages to steal her heart. He's handsome, he's smart, he's young, he has high aspirations. Could you imagine how it would be? But, I can't really understand how he's not going to choose her.
Oops! Look what we've got here. The young biologist who dares to shake my leading position down.
Thrift shop peasant practices the most popular extreme sport. Walking.
He wrote a love poem for pure and innocent.
Cross yourself.
Let me see. Wait! Listen here to the great work of a failure. Meeting you was like listening to a song for the first time. I just want to enjoy it. It was my favorite.
Watch out, the beat is coming.
Hi. I'm sorry for yesterday. Is it true that the poem was written by you?
I'm so sorry too.
You have to do something. You cannot then bully like this. I can fight against them. But you can. You have the best grade in our high school. Look, I think you would better talk to our class teacher. Things can go on like this. If you want, I'll come to you and try to speak to her.
Honestly, I don't think anyone can fix this situation. Not even our form teacher. Maybe it was a mistake to come to this high school.
What nonsense are you talking about?
it wasn't a mistake. Dear audience, in the next moment, I will present you another arithmetic. Abracadabra. Who's getting a name now, huh? In biology, in math, in physics. What do you think, stupid boy, huh? You think I'm fine with the second place? You cannot even imagine how long ago my family decided that I will be a famous doctor. You weren't even born. Do you know for how long I've been working for A's in all subjects?
Since when you are digging in your backyard for shit?
Oh dear. Whoever messes with daddy's girl won't end well.
Photo? Can you believe it? Even this thing is rusty.
It's my mom's photo. It's the only one I have.
Wait! It seems to me that you have really crossed the line.
Yes, you are right. It's only in your head. I'll get out of here until it's not too late for you too.
I hope I don't need to say that again. Here, I'm the only one who got things. At least, if you don't talk to our class teacher, ask around to it. The solution must be found. You know, if you don't help yourself, no one can do it on your behalf. You saw that the stupid boy didn't calm down. Last week it only got A's, and today he started with another one, biology. My dad found out about it. The stupid boy didn't understand what I told him.
Don't you worry, dear. You'll find something to tell daddy till you catch up with those poor grades. How ungrateful of the two stupid cows to give you B's. They must have forgotten they are here only to daddy. Your daddy.
My dad is already.
Hey, peasant! Now keep your rest. You damaged my right, didn't you?
It must be a confusion.
I don't know what this is about.
Don't you know? How can you not know? Here's the proof. Picture with the stupid destroying the best motorcycle. Oh, sweetheart. But I didn't know what a wild animal is hidden behind your stupid eyes.
I'll beat the crap out of you. You, my engine!
Dear, I think he deserves another chance. To see that we have mercy on animals. We won't post the pictures.
Shut up!
But you promise that you will give a higher grade than this. You must write it down, you hear me?
You've always been a lady girl.
It stays that I said, got it? Andrew, let's go to class. Girls, do you know anything about Andrew? There are 5 minutes left and he hasn't appeared yet.
Oh, you're right. He was always the first to arrive in the classroom.
I have no idea. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, you really don't want to be involved.
Andrew!
We've got sports. I don't feel like going.
No.
Do you?
Let's go. Let's go. Wait, Andrew!
Dear Julia, from my first day in this high school and in this class, you were the first and, perhaps, the only one who noticed and appreciated me. Thank you for your understanding, encouragement, and support. I am grateful for all the moments together. Now, the time has come for me to leave. When I decided to come here, I had big dreams. Dreams too big for a new one. That's what my dad used to tell me before I transferred. That's what my aunt told me when she let me stay at her. But I just wanted to come to the city, to give myself a chance. An extra chance in my mom's memory. Mom who didn't get to see how I grew up. I just wanted to learn, without upsetting anyone. Dad and aunt are experienced people. They were right when they said to me that staying away from such things is better. Only my mom believed in chances. And you. I believe the same at the beginning. with my classmates, with the life in the city, I realize more and more clearly that it is impossible to overcome my fate, that it's not made to be overcome, at least not by me. Dad is waiting for me to help him. My aunt is waiting to get rid of the burden I am. The classmates do not see me as worthy of this place. Of course, my place is not here. I cannot find it. But I think I know how I can find peace, and how I can offer it to others. I'm going back to my village, to my old high school. You, Julia, on the other hand, never give up on your dream. You are in the right place, and you will surely succeed. And when you find out your success, think about me too. A little human with two big dreams. A human who believes in me. With love, Andrew.
See what has just happened here. I have read, I have seen not only the play but the whole thing, the video made after it, and I still have the same feelings. It's not mixed feelings, it's very clear feelings. How are you feeling? Okay, I'm going to see that. First, they definitely deserve not only rounds of applause, but also congratulations on what they did. But in order to understand a little bit more why they did it, because how they did it, it's what you have already seen. Let's see a little bit who the characters in this play are. And even before that, I want you to tell me if you've seen anything similar. No? What is special? What is different here? Plays, the ones that you would see at theater, like Bacau Theater, are definitely much longer than this one. You could see that this is a play with scenes. I mean, does it look like a play or not? It does. Okay, so we can decide at least on this that this is definitely a play, but it is special not only in length, because I don't think that it lasted for more than 15-20 minutes, and this is what is actually one of the characteristics of forum theater plays. But there is also this way of trying to represent the theme through the way in which the characters interact. And up until the point we decide on what theme you think they wanted to represent, and they are going to tell you if you are right about it, it will be some sort of guessing game. I just want you to meet all the characters, because you know your fellows, but you don't know all the characters because not all their names were mentioned. And I will start with one of the names that was most often mentioned, and that is the one of Andrew. Andrew. Okay. Who's Andrew? What have you found about him? Come on, you tell me.
Don't be shy. Your answers cannot be wrong.
Exactly. Well, obviously by name and by sight, he's a guy, right?
He's the main character and the one that gets bullied, and practically the center of the action, because everything that happens is about him and how it affects him.
Okay. Now, you mentioned one key word, bullied. So if there is a situation of bullying as you think there is, there must be a bully somewhere. Who is that? Okay. I know that it's not nice to point at people, but I will name her because you can see how she is even now. So that's Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca. What have you found out about Rebecca? who is she and why is she that actually angry and bitter against Andrew? Has he done anything to her? I mean, physically or in any way? Why do you think that she behaves like that?
She's jealous. Because
She's jealous of. Okay, she's jealous of him. Why would a girl be jealous of a boy? Because he is in love with somebody else or what? I mean, that might be the case. Yes?
Because she has better grades than her.
Okay, and why? Is there some sort of reservoir of good grades and he's got all of them from the pool and now...
It's like he gets more attention than her now.
He gets more attention than her. Who exactly is she? Have you retained her status in her school?
Not really.
Yeah, she's the principal's daughter. There is some pressure on her. What does she want to become? Because she mentioned it several times.
She wants to be a doctor, but also this.
So what? Aren't there enough schools for doctors? And why would someone need so good grades when we know that actually they need to take an exam and it would be there, an entrance examination? So somehow I think there is even more than that. So if the two of them seem to be in this sort of clash, and I use those terms, oppressor and oppressed, and now you understand even better why. So there is somebody who actually uses violence in whatever way, violence, force, and in a way abuses someone else. So that's this sort of relationship. How do the other characters actually, somehow relate to these two? Let's see, we have Leo, we have Mitzi, right? Have you maintained the names? And then we have Anna and Maria, and somehow more importantly, Julia. So, if you were to, why don't the two of you step again? One, like that. If we were to place the others in their close vicinity, where would they actually stay, showing how they make friendships here or make some sort of alliance with the others? How did you see Leo? What kind of character is he?
Put your hand up for them to know who you are.
Okay. So, is he a friend of Andrew? No way, I can see you know him. Okay. Well, if he's not a friend of Andrew's, then he must be one of Rebecca's. Does he behave even more harshly than she? Well, somehow, I think so. So, get a little bit closer. After all, you are in the same boat. Yeah? What about this young lady here, Mitzi? Is she a friend of Andrew's?
No.
Well, I think that the three of them are quite a bunch, and not the kind I would want to be around if I were in school like you today. Okay, the characters, of course, not the persons. And there are the three of them there. Okay, well, who is actually the one and only friend that Andrew has got in this school? Don't forget, he has recently transferred from his village school to a town school. He does his best actually to overcome his condition. He has only got his father left because what happened to his mother? Well, I don't know. She could have eloped with some other guy or something. It is run away.
We haven't thought of that.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately,
More tragic.
she is. So can we say that Julia is one of a few positive characters? Nodding helps, but words help better. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. I mean, You see, the European Day of Languages celebrates foreign languages, but just to help you, at least for this discussion part, I will tell you that Romanian is actually a foreign language to people who study in other countries. I mean, we even have at our university a department and a program for foreign students who study Romanian as a foreign language. So, if it's easier for you, just to formulate your ideas in this discussion part in Romanian, I have nothing against your using Romanian, because European Day of Languages celebrates Romanian among the other official languages in the European Union. And okay, and Spanish too. You can also speak Spanish. I hope that everybody can understand that, and that would definitely help. So, nodding, yeses, noes, but a little bit more from you would definitely help them, because the profile of a character, understanding the profile of a character, and especially the theme, will definitely help you when we get to the forum part, where the play is actually played all over again from the first scene to the last scene. And if you actually prefer to remain silent and stick to that chair and have no intervention in the course of the action, by the end of a play, I will have again tears in my eyes, and I will feel so sad that I'm playing the Joker's part and I'm not actually in your position of spectators that might intervene in the play. So please don't make me sad. Please don't. No, it's not about me, and it's not about this. It's about showing, as we said from the very beginning, showing that you care. Julian? Would you like to have a friend like Julian?
Yes.
Okay, well, these are ideal friends, but life is not like that. Sometimes you find, and we feel attracted somehow to bad guys, to the ones that are more popular. This would be the popular bunch actually in that school. But then we also have the two girls, Anna and Maria. What position do they take? Because the characters in a theater, in a forum theater play, are not only the allies of the one that is abused and the one that is the abuser. They also can assume a position that is kind of, how do you see it? Secondary, okay.
I think the girls are kind of on Andrew's side.
Okay.
Because one of them also had an initiative to help him, but the other one said no because they are as scared of Rebecca as Andrew is.
Okay, you are right. I mean, they tend to fraternize, to be on his side rather than on Rebecca's, but the role that they wanted to assume in the play was the one of neutral characters, the ones that somehow remain witnesses and may not be happy with what is happening, but don't have the courage, don't take the courage to actually get directly involved. And now, if we were to think of what you saw in the play in terms of theme they wanted to represent, is it only one clear thing that you could identify? And that comes from telling me what you didn't like. If I ask you now what you liked about the play, you'll tell me about the wonderful way in which they played, and that's not about it. So, what exactly didn't you like? Yes. Viewpoint? Okay, I told you. English, Romanian, Spanish, French too. Bun, deci dacă ar fi să răspunzi la întrebarea, să răspundeți la întrebarea ce anume nu v-a plăcut de ce s-a întâmplat în piesa asta? Sau toți ați vrea în pielea personajului Andrew, Andrei fiind, să vi se întâmple același lucru în școala voastră? play și atunci ce n-a fost ok?
I think that Julia could have acted because she definitely supported Andrew, but more like behind the curtains because she never told Rebecca anything. She never stepped in when Rebecca was bullying Andrew, even though she was watching and she felt bad for him.
Okay, so this is what we didn't like, that she was actually even more clearly on his side taking attitude and fighting the others. Someone else.
And what about the two girls? Could they have acted differently to change the course of the events?
Yeah.
Of course.
How? Sorry for...
No, we are definitely helping. After all, we are trying to help them understand even better what is going on.
You can use whatever language you want. So you know. How would you have changed?
They could act more, it's like typical moments să-l apere pe Andrew.
How example? How example?
Să vorbească cu, nu știu, cum mai ales.
Sau să cu tot ce vrea el să-l susțină. Și după aceea să vorbească cu Julia și să se pună împotriva.
Să se coalizeze.
Okay, I definitely like it that you are using this conditional for hypothetical situations. What could they have done? What exactly could they have done? Because that's exactly what you can do next. What topic, what theme do you think that they actually wanted to present? Is it this already unfortunately classic bullying, or there is more than this? What did you see in the play? Is this girl a ruthless, heartless?
I think it's the classic type of bullying because every time the one who gets bullied does no action against it. It just take it and take it until he cannot. It's like you reach 100. For then it's over.
Thank you. That is true. What is the very closely related theme actually to this one when we speak about bullying? Don't forget that he is coming from an underprivileged, we could say, or less privileged family compared to Rebecca, who's no less than the principal's daughter. So is this also a case?
The thing that she doesn't have a mother, it's like she has everything and she isn't even better as like him.
Okay. So what's the word, what's the term that we use when somebody is actually treated like this? On criteria that have to do with gender, with race, with nationality, with less privileged family background. How do you call this? That's it. So discrimination, maybe rather than directly bullying, was definitely what they wanted to show, that he is being discriminated against. And that's where he actually turns to in the end. If you wanted to put yourself in one of the character's shoes, whose shoes would that be? I don't know if physical shoes are more comfortable than yours if they fit you, but thinking that the form part involves intervening in the play at some point, and as a matter of fact, you just do that by clapping your hands, they'll stop, you'll step in, the character that is there will take a break, and you will continue playing with them, proposing your way of, and then of course they'll have to improvise and continue along the same line for some part of the scene, your line actually. not the same line. So that's how it goes. Whose place would you think that you could take or you'd like to take just take things to a different direction?
But we have to tell them.
Yeah, well, I want to tell them after that. So, come on. You must have somebody in mind. I mean, Andrew, Julia, Anna, Maria, Rebecca, Mitzi, and Leo. Mitzi. Okay. Someone else? It's not that you are deciding now exactly what to do, because when the play starts again, you might change your mind, and depending on what you feel at that moment, you might want to actually barge in and change somebody else in the play.
Julia, I think.
Julia? Okay. What about Andrew? Would anybody want to empower Andrew and just try and give a better version of himself? Well, as a matter of fact, you can replace any of them except for one of them. Who do you think that is? The oppressor, the one that actually abuses somebody else, is the less liable to change. I mean, the profile of a character is built in such a way so as to have too much to change in order to effect, or to see. It's not like in fairy tales. We don't want fairy tale scenarios. No, it must be something realistic, something that can happen and is definitely a solution. And after one of you intervenes in the play and the play is taken to the course you say, we'll vote and we'll see if that scenario that you propose is actually one that is realistic enough, it is acceptable in real life. Otherwise, things will remain in exactly the same way.
So if you do not, if you do not change the attitude and the behavior of the characters who can be changed, things will go on the same. So Andrew will still be oppressed, nothing changes, he'll still leave that school, and his future is broken, his dream is shattered, So what we are supposed to do here is to be in his shoes, but at the same time to make things move on to a better course.
Exactly. Okay. Now we let them do what they know best, but don't forget that it is important not to let that scene pass. I mean, if you have an idea that you might have actually changed something, and that comes after the actual scene is played, it will continue to go to the next scene, and there will be no way you will have a chance to come and to step in.
See? Told you that Andrew is better than Rebecca at biology. He's always giving the best answers to all the questions.
No wonder he got an A again.
Yeah, the boy seems smart. I mean, he took an A. Just a principal little girl could take A's. Now, she needs to be satisfied with this. But, however, he's clearly better than Rebecca. And I've got a feeling that even the teacher is starting to realize it.
So what if he comes from the countryside? If he really wants to be a doctor, I heard he had straight A's there in the community.
Look at the stupid ones over there. But what are you mumbling about them? You really believe that this loser is better than me? Come on, Becky. How can you say that? Don't even think about it. Can't you see the waist he's wearing? And watch no fashion glasses? A loser. The pretty ones seems to believe something else.
Just wait until the old man finds out. I mean to beat them? Now I know. Beat a peasant. I mean to beat him then.
Oh dear, how nice of you, but don't worry, because I have something else ready for him. You'll see how nicely I will come up. Yeah, Becky, you are the coolest and most classy in class. What am I saying? In the whole school. In town, in... He has all the advantages to steal her heart. He's handsome, he's smart, he's young, he has high aspirations. Could you imagine how it would be? But you know, I can't.
Look! Oops! Look what we've got here. The young biologist who dares to seek my leading position down.
Thrift shop peasant practice is the most popular extreme sport. Walking.
I cannot remember her name. The girl with the black mask and the black coat. Yes. I want to see her face. Okay. Hey, what's happening here? Stop it. Come. No, it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Why are you doing here? We just read this. If you want to be better than me, then study. That's what you're not doing. Just shut up. Listening here to the great work of a field art. Go. Okay. If you want to continue bullying me, then I will. Okay. If you will continue bullying him, then he will keep studying. It won't affect him because anything he does, anything you do, doesn't affect his brain. If you want better grades, study. I don't care about that. Listen here. Meeting you was like listening to a song for the first time and knowing it.
Okay, let's stop a little bit. What do you think? Has she succeeded in making any sort of change, influencing the scene in any way? No. So does it mean that we'll continue in what or in the form that they started representing? Absolutely no change. Why do you think that was?
Because Rebecca is overconfident.
Okay, is it because maybe the character doesn't have that much influence on what is happening here? Could she have actually been even more convincing? I mean, she did try. We have to accept that and we have to appreciate it. But do you think that you could have intervened with even stronger arguments?
Listening to a song for the first time and knowing it.
I want to replace me.
Okay, it's okay.
This is getting boring. It's not worth your time. Let's go and do something more fun.
Yeah, let's go.
I think this is yours. It was actually beautiful. I really appreciate it.
Okay, what about this one? Did it help? I mean, at least, yeah, for the moment, yeah, dissipate the tension?
Yeah. Yes.
So that definitely, well, made at least a little step, yeah, for the better. But this doesn't mean that we won't go to the next scene, yeah, because that was not a major change. It was just postponing another moment of tension. Let's see about that.
You know, I'm sorry for yesterday. Is it true that the boy was written by you?
I'm so sorry too.
You have to do something. You can't let them bully you like that. I can fight against them, but you can't. You have the best friends in our high school. Look, I think you're going to talk to our class teacher. She will surely know how to deal with this.
Honestly, I don't think anyone can fix this situation. Not even our form teacher. Maybe it was a mistake to come to this high school.
What nonsense are you talking about? It wasn't a mistake.
Dear audience, in the next moment, what are you doing here? This is his stuff. I'll present you a number of magic. Just stop it. Who's getting an A now, huh? A in biology, in math, in physics. What do you think, stupid boy, huh? You think I'm trying with the second place, Rebecca stopped. Why? It's so fun. You see her? I don't care. Do you know who she is? I don't care. She's her mom. His mother. Perfect. Can you tell me about your mom?
She died.
Oh, so emotional. Rebecca, it's family. I don't care about that. Don't you? Please. Sure.
No, but they have to go with this and then we'll take the intervention. We cannot have two.
It's just a waste of time. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's discuss a little bit this change made here. Do you think that Mitzi could have actually changed her attitude in such a way so as to act like this, or is not like her? How do you perceive Mitzi? Do you think that she's an emotional person? I mean, the kind of enthusiastic and maybe liable to get moved more easily?
She might. She has the most influence on Rebecca.
Okay, so you do think that she's got some influence on her. So do you think that going along this line of touching a very, very sensitive chord, even to the ones that are the bullies, would actually work? Would it touch you if you were that brainless as to act like one of these? Would it touch you in any way so as to give up acting like this? What do you think? Would this work at least to let go of him for the moment? Okay, so we had one.
I don't think it was exactly the bullies that touched, but maybe it gave Andrew a little bit of hope that there are people even in the group that is bullying him.
Exactly. I mean, with each person that's taking his side, maybe he's getting stronger and stronger. You could see him in the other scene, like saying that nobody can help him. I mean, there is no way for him. But now, we had one character actually taking his part, and now we have another one. Okay, what about you? What intervention did you want to make in this scene? Because
I saw Leo grabbing the pig and I wanted to stop him from whipping
why
the...
don't you try that? Because we are in this scene and we want people to make a change in the second scene. So we are open to other ways of...
Just stop it. Leave him already alone. It's just too much.
I'm the first one. Don't forget what I'm saying here. I'm the only one who got things.
Let's go.
It's a waste of time, but don't forget what I'm saying.
I think I said it, okay? It's enough. He doesn't deserve it. You are a better person and you can't do that, okay? We live in a society where everyone is equal to you. You are equal to him, okay? And if he has straight A's, you can have them too. If you study and you work hard. He is not taking your notes. So please be more careless and don't hurt him. He doesn't deserve it. He's a person who didn't do anything to deserve it.
Nah, I don't care. It's too fun to whip him.
No, it's not. Just leave it. Leave him alone.
I don't have time to listen to your stupid voice.
Okay, why do you think that this one didn't work? I mean, what exactly was not as convincing as in the other scene? After all, she had a nice speech, isn't it? Well, there must be something there. No, it's the oppressor's choice, it's Rebecca's choice how to react, just to provoke you, just to see. And that's what's happening in life. It could have worked, it couldn't in some other cases. So those are just lines. Those are just lines along which we go. And in the case, they actually let go of him. Do you think that that will be the last time? I mean, do you think that Rebecca will give up completely, totally give up on bullying him?
No.
Well, I don't know about never, but up to the next scene, that's for sure. So do you think that we should play the next scene too, because things won't stop here?
You saw that the stupid boy didn't calm down. Last week it only got A's, and today started with another one in biology. Becky, it's just great. I don't care. And my dad also found out. The boy really didn't understand what I told him.
Hey, peasant! I'll keep your rest. Damage my right, didn't you?
Not your confusion.
I don't know what this is about.
Don't you know? How can you don't want to know? Here's the proof picture of the stupid destroying the best motorcycle.
I just want to see the photos.
Yeah, you really see? I want to. Nah.
Show them.
It's not real.
These are fake.
Now there is the proof.
And where is Andrew? How do you know it?
He ran because
The crap out of you. My engine, you destroyed it!
I think he deserves another chance to see that we have mercy on. Anyways, we won't post the pictures.
But
Shut up!
But you promise that we won't get higher grade than B. You hear me? You must write it down.
Becky, let's go to the principal.
Yeah, let's go to Daddy.
Yes, we are all going to bed. Right now.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see my dad.
Okay, and that's just that. You know what we just did by sitting over there and doing nothing in this year? I mean, we go into the principal's office, and if Daddy has got such a daughter, I suppose that he may have, some patronizing attitude and actually not want to hear all sides. I'm not saying that you killed poor Andrew, but you killed his dream. This was a decisive scene. This was a very important scene. And there is a character here, the last one, who is still very resistant in his way of bullying. Sometimes I had the impression that he's even stronger than Rebecca in his bullying. And that's Leo. I don't think that you'd like to be confronted with somebody like that. He is rude, more than rude. You could see his language. He is not only verbally, but also trying to be physically aggressive. And that is definitely it's the last resistance on Rebecca's side, but it's the strongest one. And somehow, by letting go of him, it is, not finding a way to counteract, to fight back. I don't think that going to the principal office would actually have much of a change or influence what happened here. So do you think that we expect after this scene to hear that letter again or not? What do you think? Or maybe they went to such a course where actually in a school where principals put the profession before family, the principal will act as a mediator and we won't actually get to hear that letter. Okay, well, forget about them because they are subjective, they are directly involved. I just want you to vote. I mean, judging, weighing the two situations. The one in which, because, Rebecca's resistance is still strong, she won't stop bullying him and he will still leave the school, so that's one scenario. And there is the other one in which putting in the principal's hand, in an adult's hand, the solution to the situation, things will change. So with these two options, I just want you to vote for the end of a play and now the shattered dream still happening. How many votes we got for that, realistically speaking, and seeing how things went so far? It's not what you want in your heart, what you think that in real life will happen. So 3 votes? 4? Okay, what about the other one? Where that thing, but we won't see it happening because we are not allowed to bring in new characters, so there won't be a scene played with a principal that is acting as the mediator. We have to work with what we have. So, what about finding that open-minded principal who would actually think and act in a student's best interest, even if that's against his dear daughter's wishes and thing. So how many votes we got for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, is there somebody not decided yet and actually having a third way? I haven't seen the 2 of you raising hands. So.
Yes, she did.
Oh, okay, sorry for the first one. Okay, well, let's say that the balance, at least in our hearts, incline towards finding this kind of solution. What about you, the ones who, as subjective as you are, definitely anticipated or thought of ways in which the spectators will change the course of the play? Have you seen that coming? That is, having the principal sort things out, just actually put her to her place and tell her that she has to stop it, otherwise she will be the one grounding and so on and so forth. Have you seen it coming like this? Does it seem realistic enough?
Not really.
Not really? What exactly do you see coming?
The bullying will continue.
Why? Because that's what happens in life?
Yeah.
That all bullies will go their way and there is no hope for somebody.
And I don't think that the father will go against his own daughter.
Yeah, but what would you expect of a bully to think? No, I'm kidding. Okay, well, I have mentioned more than once, that we want things to be realistic, and how real life should be or should look like. We did have interventions today, and I think that each of them actually had its role, because we wouldn't have got here if there hadn't been for the ones who actually dared to have a different say than the one that was already expressed in the play. We won't listen because, not because it's not a beautiful message, but because it's too pessimistic and heartbreaking. Okay, well, I may be too emotional, but I just like to believe that their words matter and that we all go to the point of actually hearing Andrew again, of course, as the inner voice of Julia's reading that letter. But if there is, once again, a message that I would want all of us to remain with today, is that there is still hope if we actually stick together, or we just try to take the side of the ones who are not strong enough to do it for themselves. And if we give them power, they would definitely find the power within themselves. I don't want us to live today with that sort of impression. I mean, especially you, at such a young age, that there is no way, that there is nothing that can be done. No, you can find, and if you can't actually find the power within yourselves, well, there would be somebody, at least one person, who will be there by your side. And maybe you will lose several fights, but it's important not to lose the big battle, the one with love. If we just do that, we can say that what they did today and what Forum Theatre actually does is definitely a way of moving us and making us act and react. If we just don't do that when we see other people suffering, I think that this world would be a sadder and darker place. And we want this actually to be like that. It's just enough that autumn came and it's not one of my favorites and winter is coming. We can actually bring spring. I went last night to a concert that was meant actually to be represented, to be held here in Bacau last spring. And I was glad that Tudor Gheorghe chose to have exactly that show with a whole, with all the songs about spring and hope and stuff like that. In moments like this that we are living, I think that, fortunately, if we believe in stories and legends, and it will still be hope that will remain out of Pandora's box. So with all the evils in the world, it's good to have hope. So let's give them once again a round of applause. And what we want to have at the end, because in one way or another, you all participated today, is one of those group photos. After all, if we wear the masks, I don't think that if any of you doesn't want to come in a bunch here, you can just sit there, but we would like to have you all here. Well, you all deserve to be congratulated for actually investing, I don't know how long that was, 1 hour and a half or something, some time of your life in your personal development. This is an exercise in personal development, in addition to a celebration of European Day.